Good day, one and all. My name is Kathy, and welcome to this episode of the Scrap and Crafty Gardener. Today, I am going to be making, unfortunately, a cat sympathy card. You could, if you have dies for a dog or any other animal, you could make something similar. Now, I'm going to be making my usual 5x7 card. This piece measures 10 inches by 7 inches, scored at the 5-inch line, fold it, crease it with your bone folder. And then I have a piece of black, and I cut this with GinaK Master Layouts 8. If you don't have it, you don't need it. This is 6 5/8 by 4 5/8, and I've already cut a shape out in the middle. And then I'm starting with a piece of 6 3/4 by 4 3/4 white, but I'm going to cut that down with the stitched die from Master Layouts 8. So this will end up being 4 1/2 by 6 1/2. And then I have a piece of vellum. This is just a medium weight vellum. It's not really lightweight, but it's not stiff because you don't want it too stiff because I'm going to bend it around the card. This measures a 1/2 inch, and I've left it at 8 1/4 inches in length. And then I have a piece of black, which is a 1/4 inch wide. I only end up needing this to be 6 1/2 to cover my white, but I left it longer. All right, I'm going to get started. What I have done is I have these cat they're stamps and die cuts, and I just used the die cuts. This is GinaK's Garden Kitties. And I cut out 5 black kitties and 4 gray kitties. And I am going to put them on my white paper. I want to save one of the kitties heading this direction off. He's not going to go on the card base. So I kind of want... let's see. That kitty. I'm going to alternate black and gray kitties. And some of them I'm going to have going off the paper and in different directions. I just kind of want to get a placement here. I think that'll work. I'm going to stamp between them and die cut. So what I'm going to do is I've got my placement, and I'm just going to set that aside because I'm going to stamp on here. But I need to keep my placement. Well, I don't need to, but I want to. So I'm going to get out my stamping platform. I'm not going to use it for stamping this background. I'm just going to use hand stamping for this one. And for that, I'm just taking these floral leaves. This is from GinaK's Ornate Birds. I just want those stamps. And see how I want to put them on. If I do that, just kind of place them going off to the side. I've got to reach around and get my ink. I'm going to use GinaK's Soft Stone. And it's not really going to matter if this is a perfect stamp or not. Just want it to be light. You can take any stamp you have and turn it into a background. I like doing that a lot. So you don't necessarily need to purchase pattern paper. If you see something out there you love, well then of course grab it. But if you don't have anything in your stash that will work, find a stamp. If you've got stamps and some ink, you can make a design of your very own. Okay, and I'm just going to clean these off with my tidy towel. I'll put these back in their packet, trying to stay organized. right, now I'm going to take this with Sympathy. This is from GinaK's All Occasion Flowers. I just want to use the stamp. It has a die cut, but I just want the stamp. And again, I am going to hand stamp this, not upside down, using the same color, and randomly put with Sympathy all over this card. Looks like it needs something there. Now some of this will end up getting cut off since I'm going to trim it down. If you want to start with your trim down piece, well then go for it. And a lot of this will get covered up by the cats, and that's a-okay. I think that looks good. I'm going to stop there. Now I need to put the cats back on, because I'm going to do one more stamp, but the cats have to be in their place before I do that. So I'm just going to cover up my ink pad, done with the soft stone. All right. I don't think I want that cat there because I'm going to use the walking cat. I don't want the walking cats together. I guess we'll go with the walking cat over here. And I'll put him this way. All right, now you go up there. Just have the cats kind of be off. All right, now I'm going to glue them down. Come on, glue. It's going to come out in one big glop. You watch. I'll just get a pin here. And sometimes they get clogged a little bit. Maybe I'll just get a different bottle. I got a new one out because I used quite a bit of this one using the foiling technique. And that one's got a big clump at the bottom. Yeah, much better. You could do this with bird die cuts, flower die cuts, almost anything you have. Just use your imagination. And we need to glue the back end on that one. And I'm going to need to hold it down. Now that glue is coming out like crazy. Let me just clean that off a little bit. Contents under pressure. Clean off any extra glue. This is a messy process, and I am a messy crafter. That is okay. All right, now that I have that down, I'm going to use another stamp. This one is from Divinity Designs, Cat Sympathy, and I want to use this heart shape with the paws in the center. And I'm going to do that in cherry red. Now this one, I do want it to be, I'm going to do this by the Misty. I want this one to be well inked, and I don't want a chance not getting a good image by hand stamping. Yeah, that would have not worked out as well as I thought with the hand stamping. I'm going to do one more. And then I'm going to clean that, and I'm going to move it because I want to do 2 more instances of this heart. And some of these will get cut off when I die cut out. Clean that one off. And I'm going to put one over here. And I'm going to angle it that way. Okay, now I'm just going to set that aside to dry for just a moment. I need to stamp one more item. Put that one back. I just need a piece of scrap white cardstock. I don't know if that piece is big enough. I don't think this piece is big enough. Oh, yes, it will be. Okay, now if I do it on the back, it will. Okay. I'm going to stamp from that stamp set. It's hard to say goodbye to such a special companion. I want to put that in a circle. And I'm going to stamp that with my VersaFine Claire Nocturne. And that's perfect. Done stamping. Going to set that aside. I like these Pet Sympathy sets from Divinity Designs. They have in here, there's the cat one, and I also have the dog one. Those are beautiful. And I also got it. Oh, I guess I have all my Pet Sympathy together. And then I have the honeybee stamps. Okay. All right. Now I need to die cut this out to fit on my card. And my glue is going everywhere. The other one didn't want to glue at all. This one went into hyperdrive. Teaches you to put the lid back on. All right. It's okay. He's got glue on him. He's going to get glued down anyhow. Okay. I think that's the placement I want. Run this through. I'm not done with that. We're going to do a little bit more to it. I'm throwing everything but the kitchen sink. Well, almost at this today. Thought about splattering it. I am not going to splatter. This is a little thicker than usual, so I'm just going to use my scissors and just trim. Isn't that cute? All right, now also from Divinity Designs, they have this cross-stitch embossing folder. So I'm going to do that to the front of this card. That'll kind of take all of the shapes and meld them into one piece. And I think the cross-stitch pattern will look kind of cute. All right. And for my Anna Griffin Empress, I just need the A plate, the metal shim, the embossing folder, and the A plate. Oh, I think some of my glue escaped. Oh, I like that. I love that cross-stitch pattern on there. It really just blends it all together to make it look like, pardon me, a pattern piece of paper. Now, while I got the machine, I'm going to do my last die cutting. I'm going to take the circle die and cut this out. Okay. Put that aside. All right, now I will put this card together. Okay. Now I'm going to take the black layer, glue that down flat. That's okay. Now the glue's coming out. Put the cap back on real quick. Make sure I get that as straight as I possibly can. I always tend to angle things down on the right if I'm going to make it crooked. Not on purpose make it crooked, but I make it crooked. Now I'm going to take some foam tape to put behind this because it is textured and everything. I want it to pop up just a little bit. So I'm using my 1/2-inch foam tape. This is a very low loft tape, so it won't give a whole lot of height to this. But I'm not going to glue this down yet. In fact, I should leave this piece of tape off, but I'm going to put it on anyhow. So I still need to put what I think they call it a belly band, but it's just going to go on this front piece. Get the. This is going to go right across the center here. And I'm not going to glue it down on the front. I'm going to lift up my foam tape and put it underneath that. Get that on camera so you can see. I'm just placing it under the foam tape. Could add glue to it, but this will help hold it on. Okay. So that's going to go across the bottom like that. And I did get that straight. Now I'm just going to take my black strip and put it on top of the vellum. going to go right in the center, and I'm going off the edge so that I can trim it manually. I'm going to hold that for just a minute. Now, if you didn't want your vellum to go around the back, you could put glue where your top strip was going to be. Okay, now I can put this on the card. Putting a little bit of liquid glue to give me some wiggle room so that if I don't get this down straight, that I can move this around. That looks pretty good. Okay. All right, now I'm going to glue this circle to the black circle. These circles are from GinaK's Master Layouts 3 set. The black circle, if you don't have that, this is about 2 1/4 inches wide, and the white circle is 2 1/8 inches. Don't put that in the middle, but I do want to pop that up. And I got these black foam dots that I got from Simon Says Stamp, and I put a couple of them on there. They're a low loft. And one more in the middle. But I haven't really used them, so I wanted to see. And I like how they look behind the black. You don't see the white that you would normally see if I use my white dots. Okay. And get the glue off my fingers. And then I'm going to put right about here. And then I'm going to add the black cat using the same black dots. Hold on, I got to get this glue off my finger. Makes such a sticky mess. I am a messy crafter. And then I'm just going to cut one of these in half for his tail. I do like these black. And that is going to go here. Now, I am going to grab, I wasn't going to do it, I'm going to get my black Wink of Stella. Hold on. I'm going to take this kitty and use the black Wink of Stella to just add a little bit of shine to him. If I would have thought of this before, I would have done it off the card in case I go outside the lines, but he's elevated up enough that I shouldn't get some on the vellum. Okay. Now, I had some rhinestones. I brought some black ones, and then I have some that are red. And I kind of thought the red might go nice on this because I have the red on here. A sympathy card doesn't have to be all black and gray. You can throw in pops of color. Because the kitty that lived was probably a wonderful kitty and gave a lot of love to their family. together. I think I'm just going to put 2 on here, if I can get them off the glue on my finger, that is. Maybe 1 at the each end of that strip, and it's got the extra glue. I'm going to get that off. Well, there. That is my card for today. Take your die cuts, take your rubber stamps, make your own pattern background. Use an embossing folder maybe that you haven't used in a while. This was a new one, but I hadn't used it, and I really like it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay warm, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. If the recording will end.